Friday, and that means we've got new Farm Sim news to talk about. Unfortunately, one of those things is another patch released today. We found out which mod had that Ford logo on it the BC was talking about yesterday, and BB Mods has given me a challenge, but I don't know what it is yet. If you like videos like this one, make sure you subscribed. Let's go. Let's start them off today with another hot fix for Farm Sim 25. After the release of 1.16 a week ago today, we've already got quite a few patches. Well, we've gotten 3, but anything more than 1, I think it's probably too many at this point. There's actually 2 patches that released today, one for all platforms and the one that PS5 Pro got all by itself. So the one for all platforms fixed an issue where visible mirrors in the viewport cause texture streaming to display lower resolution textures. And the one for PS5 Pro only fixed an issue where temporal anti-aliasing or TAA was not working correctly on PS5 Pro. At least at the time of recording this video, the updates have been rolling out for about an hour now, so they should be out for everybody. However, if it's not for you, try resetting your console or your system or checking for an update. Now let's jump over to modern news. We're going to start with Smetty, aka CMT Software. Yesterday, his New Holland 70 series was removed from consoles, making it only available to download on PC. Now, if you're on console and you already had it downloaded, you're good to go, but why was it removed? Well, it was removed because it had the Ford branding on it. You might remember yesterday we were talking about the Ford Versto 4-wheel drop tractors from BC Builder Farms not being allowed on consoles because of the Ford branding, and it looks like this New Holland 70 series was the culprit. Now, if you're on console and you still have this downloaded, you are good to go. It does appear that this is going to be getting an update to remove the Ford branding to be allowed on all platforms again. However, I don't know if there's going to be anything else that's going to be changed, so maybe hold off updating it, especially if you want to keep that Ford branding. Next up, let's talk serious modding and their STX QuadTrac. As far as I know, these are some of the first renders that we've got to see of the tractor. He says it is ready to pull hard. Felt weird saying that out loud, but hey, let's move on. So far, we get to see the STX 530. I imagine we'll probably see some similar engine options to the Case IH STX Steiger series that we already have on the mod hub. With those, we have the 372 through the 535 horsepower range. I'm guessing these will be similar. Nonetheless, at least for today, that is all the information we've got. Just a little bit of a teaser, but looking good. Next, I want to talk about BB Mods and his mobile PTO. Currently, the mod is in its final stages of testing, at least internal testing, I believe. We got some new features, including automatic forks, which attach directly to your loader machine, whether it be wheel loader, telehandler, front loader, whatever. All you got to do is just pull up to it with that loader. No forks required, and they'll magically appear. Additionally, it will have selectable fuel consumption, which is very cool, and this is meant for people who never want to fill their machines with diesel ever again. And it does say that there's one last secret, and I believe that is for me to figure out, as BB Mods has sent me a super cryptic message over on Discord. He's told me that there will be interactive controls or IC on the final version. Now, unfortunately, IC is only available on PC. However, the mod doesn't have to be changed for consoles. He told me that I can announce that it'll have IC. However, it is up to me to figure out what the interactive controls are. Apparently, he'll be sending me over an early version of this mod in the next day or 2, and then I've got to figure it all out from there. So, hey, if you want to find out when it is, when I find out, hey, make sure you guys are subscribed, that way you don't miss it. This is going to be interesting. Now, we already talked about BC Bueller today, but let's talk about another mod that he's working on, the Elmers Haulmasters. Today, we get to see the 2500 and the 3000. BC says he's been getting some parts ready for the 2500 wheeled cart, as well as some configurable parts. All that's left to do now are hoses, tearawave tracks, and bolts. It does appear there's some texture work to do as well. It's a good looking machine, and the last time we talked about this about a week ago, you guys seemed very, very excited to see it, so I'm very excited as well. Quick update from the Roughneck Modding crew, something I actually missed in yesterday's Farm Sim news. So last Friday, they actually said that their enclosed trailer finally went into testing. That was last Friday, so what was that, 4 days ago? Additionally, the header trailer was submitted a few days ago and has already gone through testing once. However, looks like it did fail. They wanted them to change some German translations. No surprise there. RMC say that they will make another post when they've got some more information for us. Next to last today, looks like custom modding have been pretty busy. Over the past month, we've gotten Lockwood, the John Deere 2680, and the Custom Boss Definitive Edition. Well, now getting into February, they say their balls are great grain cart is about 99% done and heading into its final internal testing phase. And if everything goes according to plan, we'll also be getting to see the Tiger Mate and Pattinson NH3 combo this week. Oh, that's very exciting. We also got some new screenshots of the Case IH 9260 along with the Demco tanks that are going to be put on the John Deere 9RX. Everything is looking pretty good. And lastly, today we have a new set of screenshots from Samuel Batista Mining's upcoming Campos Gauchos map. He says it's currently about 95% done and is in the final adjustment phase to deliver a complete, detailed, and well-optimized experience for all platforms. He says one of the main highlights of the map will be that it is the first Brazilian map on the mod to feature a fully functional railway system. Now, unfortunately, I'm not familiar with any of the Brazilian maps that we have on the mod hub, so I can neither confirm nor deny this. But hey, if you know, let me know. We'll also be getting the iMac dealership, which we've seen on quite a few other maps as well. However, that also usually brings some required mods along with it. However, we've not seen any required mods from Samuel Batista in the past, so I'll be interested to see how they do this. Nonetheless, I am a big fan of Samuel's maps, and I'm looking forward to this one as well. However, I wasn't looking forward to the end of this video. Love hanging out with you guys. Hey, if there's anything you want to see more about these mods, modders, or anything else, links to everything can be found in the description. Remember, there are no release dates for mods, so no one knows when anything's going to be released. And if you like this video, you can check out the Farm Sim News playlist for all the latest news, the top stories going on in the world of Farming Simulator. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and we will see you later. Peace. Yo, look at this cowlick right here. It's just sticking up. Man, I need to wear my hat more.